kompetensi dasar, mengidentifikasi fungsi sosial, struktur teks dan unsur kebahasaan teks, interaksi, transaksional lisan dan tulis terkait descriptive text. And then for the indikator, mengidentifikasi kosakata dan kalimat sederhana terkait materi descriptive text dan juga menentukan kosakata dan kalimat sederhana terkait materi descriptive text. And then yang kedua, kompetensi dasar yang kedua yaitu menyusun teks interaksi transaksional lisan dan tulisan sangat pendek dan sederhana yang melibatkan makna kontekstual terkait sastra, yaitu struktur teks, unsur kebahasaan, fungsi sosial yang terkait dengan teks deskripsi. Dan untuk indikatornya yaitu menggunakan kosakata secara lisan dan tulisan terkait dengan teks deskriptif. Oke, so untuk tujuan pembelajarannya di sini, melalui pembelajaran ini, Miss harap kalian semua dapat mencapai tujuan pembelajaran untuk mengidentifikasi, menentukan dan menggunakan kosakata secara lisan dan tulisan terkait dengan teks deskriptif dengan tepat dan benar. Oke, so our lesson today is about
descriptive text.
So, does anyone know what is descriptive text about? What is the meaning of descriptive text?
Explain something, Miss.
Okay, explain something. Alright. Okay, so this is the table of content that I have to explain for you students. So the first one is introductions. The second one is structures. The third is analysis of language features, and the last is the examples of
Descriptive text.
Okay, so the definitions of descriptive text. Rosmala, can you read for us the definitions of descriptive text?
Yes, Miss. Definition of descriptive text. Descriptive text is a text which says what a person or a thing is like. Its purpose is to describe and reveal a particular person, place, or thing.
Okay, so thank you, Rosmala. So this is the definition of descriptive text. That descriptive text is a text which says what a person or thing is like. Its purpose is to describe and reveal a particular person, place, or thing. Okay, so before we start the structures of descriptive text, so when you write your descriptive text, you write a description when you want that your reader to picture what you are describing, to picture, to knowing what you are describing in your text. Okay, so that's it about the definitions. Okay, next is about the generic structures of descriptive text. So there are two structures. The first one is
Identification.
and the second is
Description.
Okay, so for the identification, Sanova, can you read for us?
Yes, identification contains about the introduction of a person, class, animal, or object will be described.
Okay, so in this identification, you have to write your text about contents about the introduction of a person, place, animal, or object that you'll be write, you'll be explained, you'll be described in your text. And then for the second structures, it's descriptions. Andini, can you read for us?
Okay, Miss. Description contains a description of something such as animals, things, place, or person by describing its features, forms, colors, or anything related to what the writer describes.
Okay, so for the description structures, it contains a descriptions of something such as animal, things, place, or person that you have that you describe in your text, and then its features, forms, colors, or anything related to what the writer describes. So, from the generic structures about descriptive text, any questions? Please raise your hand.
Miss, what is the difference between the structure of identification and description?
Okay, so the difference
Yes.
between both of. Okay, so for the identification, you write, you describe about the. Okay, so for the identification, you write, you describe just about the generic structure, the generic descriptions, the generic, just about the generic. And then for the descriptions, you have to describe more detailed than identification. So, for example, in the identification, you say you describe about your mother, and then in the description, you have to describe more detail about your mother. Okay, so I think that's all for the difference between identification and descriptions. So,
Yes, thank you, Miss.
Okay.
I can understand.
so next is about the type of descriptive. So actually, the descriptive text we can describe about person, about place, about favorite thing, about animals. So that's it. You can choose what you want to describe in your text. Okay, next is about language features. So, students, can you see? There are
Four.
There are 4 language features. So, the first one is
Specific participant.
the second is
Using adjective and noun.
the third,
Using simple present tense.
the last.
Using action first.
Okay, so I will explain for you. So for the specific participant, in the specific participant, you have to choose what the object you will describe in your text. So for example, you want to describe about animal. So you can, for example, you describe about your cat. Okay, so the second one is using adjective and noun. So in the text biasanya menggunakan kata-kata adjective and the noun. For example, for the adjective is the red book. You describe about your book and the color is the red book. Nah, itu merupakan salah satu contoh penggunaan adjective. And then for example, I have a beautiful dog. Nah, itu juga masuk ke dalam adjective. Beautiful itu adjective. And then for noun, kata benda, kita bisa menggunakan misalnya you describe about the place. You can say that the school, you can say that your campus, your class, or something like that. Okay, the third is using simple present tense. So in the descriptive text, the tenses is simple present tense. Okay, and then the last is using action first. What is action first? Anybody know?
Kata kerja.
Okay, yes. Action first is kata kerja yang menunjukkan tindakan yang dilakukan oleh objek yang akan kalian describe in your text. Okay, so this is the language features of descriptive text. Okay, so this is the examples of descriptive text. The first one about can you guess? This type is about
The
animal or place or person.
Person.
Yes. Okay. Rosmala, can you read the text to your friend?
The title is Daniel Jacob Ready Life. Oh, Harry Potter. Daniel Jacob Radcliffe was born in Fulham, London, 23 July 1989. His nickname is Dan. He is the only child of Alan Radcliffe and Marcia Gresham. Dan has white skin, dark brown hair, blue eyes, and pointed nose. His height is about 168 centimeters. He is a loyal, shy, down-to-earth, and humorous person. He is also intelligent and somewhat mysterious. He loves football, Formula One racing, and gymnastics.
So this is the examples of person. You are described, for example, you are described about the person. This is the text. So it's about Daniel Jacob Radcliffe. So this is the structure. There are identification and description. So as I explained before, that the difference between identification and descriptions is in the description you have to explain more detail than the identification. So you can see that the identification just about his name and then where he born, and then but in the description the writer is describe more detail from than the identification. You can see that the writer describe about his skin, his dark brown hair, he has blue eyes and pointed nose, and then so on. So this is the examples of person. Okay, and then for the examples of the place. For example, there are Prambanan temple. Can you read for your friend?
Okay, Miss. Prambanan is the large Hindu temple compound in central Java in Indonesia. Located approximately 18 km east of Yogyakarta. It is characterized by its tall and pointed architecture, typical of Hindu temple architecture, and by the 47-meter high central building inside a large complex of individual temples. It was built around 815 CE apa, Miss?
Sorry, it's typo. It's cm.
CM apa, Miss?
Centimeter.
Oke, Miss. Baider Rakai Tikatan, king of the second Mataram dynasty of Balitung Mahasambu during the Sanjaya dynasty. Not long after its construction, the temple was abandoned and began to deteriorate. Reconstruction of the compound began in 1990. The main building was complete in around 1953.
Okay, thank you, Sanapa.
Yes,
So
Miss.
it's same with the previous examples about the person. So this is the identification structure, and the second paragraph is
Description.
Okay. So the next example is about animal. So if you want to describe about your animal, you can type and describe in your text. So this is the examples of bekantan. So Andini, can you read?
Yes, Miss. Bekantan. Have you ever heard about bekantan? Well, I will tell you about it. Bekantan is one kind of monkey in the world. It is only live in the Borneo Island, or well known as Kalimantan. It lives inside of the jungle. Bekantan has special features than other monkey. It has a different shape of nose. It hunts the food by group. Nowadays, bekantan is rare. There are many hunters chase and sell this in the black market. Though Indonesian government forbid them, but they still do it. So as young generation, what will you do? Of course, we must keep the bekantan in order to take care of them from the extinction.
Okay, thank you for answering. Okay, do you see the bold word in this text? There are is, lives, has,
Chase, sell, forbid.
Nah, yes. This is the examples of using the adjective and noun. Yeah. You can add the adjective and noun in your text. Okay. We're going to have the assessment section. Okay, prepare yourself, guys.
Susah nggak nih?
So, I want you, all of my students, tentukan yang mana yang merupakan struktur identification dan yang mana yang merupakan struktur apa tadi?
Description.
Okay, you can say, press your hand. You can raise your hand and say your name to answer.
Andini, Miss.
Okay, Andini.
In the first paragraph is identification and second paragraph is description.
Okay, that's right. So, what do you know about the introductions and descriptions? How do you know?
In first paragraph is Borobudur is a Buddhist temple.
And then?
It's an introduction.
And then
And then
And-
the second
paragraph.
describe about the Borobudur temple, like the design of Borobudur symbol and
And so on.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so how do you know? We can see that in the second paragraph is talk about the detail, more detail
Then
the first
the first
You
paragraph.
can see that in the second is talk about the designs of Borobudur. That is more detailed than in the first paragraph. Okay, good student. Okay, next I have two listening sections, so you can listen carefully. So you can answer. There are five questions. So prepare your paper, and then you can write the right answer in your paper. So prepare your paper, please.
Yes,
Yes,
Miss.
please.
Don't forget to write your name in your paper. Okay?
Done, please.
I will start it.
Listening section. In this part of the text, you will hear a monologue about descriptive text. After you hear the monologue, you will hear and see 5 questions, then choose the best answer.
So please listen
I
carefully.
would like to describe about my father. My father is Mr. Marsden. He is very friendly, smart, and funny person. I live with him in Guangdong. My father is quite a handsome man. Now, he is about 35 years old. He has well-built body because he always does exercise every day. He is also tall. He has short black hair and black eyes. He has an open face and pointed nose. He has slight mustache and beard. He has dark brown skin. My father is a junior high school teacher. He teaches sports. He always goes to school in early morning and comes home in the afternoon around 3 p.m. He works hard for his family. I love him so much. He is the best father in the world to me.
Okay, can you hear?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes, Miss.
You want to play
No,
play game?
Miss.
Yes, please.
Yes,
Play game
Miss.
or no?
Play again.
Okay.
In this part of the text, you will hear a monologue about descriptive text. After you hear the monologue, would like to describe about my father. My father is Mr. Marzuki. He is very friendly, smart, and funny person. I live with him in Bangdong. My father is quite handsome man. Now, he is about 35 years old. He has well built body because he always does exercise every day. He is also tall. He has short black hair and black eyes. He has an oval face and pointed nose. He has slight mustache and beard. He has dark brown skin. My father is a junior high school teacher. He teaches sports. He always goes to school in early morning and comes home in the afternoon around 3 p.m. He works hard for his family. I love him so much. He is the best father in the world to me.
Okay, so you be answer the question. Are you ready?
Yes, please.
So the first question:
Who does the woman describe?
Who does the woman describe?
B. Your father.
What? Her father.
Brother?
Her father or her
C.
brother?
C. Her brother.
No.
Her father.
The best answer is her father.
Ah.
The woman told about
Face of
The
her father.
father.
Okay. The second question:
Mr. Marzuki.
How old is Mr. Marzuki?
B.
How old?
65.
B.
B. A, B, C, D?
B.
B. Okay, and that's right. It's B. Next.
Yay.
Why is Mr. Marzuki a well-built body?
Why does Mr. Marzuki have well-built body? A, B, C, D?
A.
A, B, C, or D?
A.
Okay.
Yay.
Because he is healthy.
Oh.
Yeah, that's right. The fourth question:
What time does Mr. Marzuki always go home from school?
What time does Mr. Marzuki always go home from school?
B.
C.
C, are you sure?
Sure.
Hmm?
D.
No. Can you guess, guys?
B. C.
No.
A.
Yes.
I got it.
So the best answer is
A.
yes. Okay. The last question:
Does the woman love her father?
Does the woman love her father?
Yes,
he
Yes.
B.
Yes.
B.
Okay.
This is section A.
So there are assessment 2 about listening sections, but in this assessment sections 2 about listening, I will give it for your homework. So you can kumpulkan ke saya dan kita akan bahas in the next week. Okay, listen carefully.
Yes,
And
miss.
I will play this sound. Okay, sorry. Okay, in this video, you have to fill the blank words. Jadi ada kata-kata yang lumpang, yang tidak terisi. Jadi kalian harus mengisinya dan fill the blank words. Okay?
Yes, miss.
Listen carefully.
Welcome to Rajana. To dive into the sea is an adventure that must have meaning. The most diverse living library for coral reefs and diverse life of underwater in the
and then you can listen carefully, and then write the best answer in your paper.
Okay, Miss.
Okay, Miss.
This is for your homework. Okay, next week kita kumpulkan.
Baik,
Baik,
Miss.
Miss.
Okay.
Ya, Miss.
Yeah, Miss.
Okay, so student, because our time for class today is end up. So thank you for your joining us today. I hope you in this lesson you be more knowing about what our lesson today.
Descriptive text.
Descriptive text. So apa yang kalian dapatkan from our class today?
General structure.
Okay, general structure. The
Uh,
definition, of course.
definition. Example of descriptive.
Okay, so
Language picture.
Language
yes,
features.
features.